Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for the Indy 500 here in the Jake Bell Productions IndyCar series. We have a long race ahead of us, to say the least. And I think I'm joined by Hunter Sleppy as well. Hunter, I think you're up in the booth with me. You got a coffee.
10-4, Burdecki just got out of the little room there to the right, and I'm feeling good.
Yeah, we got a interesting thing. See, you and me, we do a lot of, the Truck Series, Cup Series, things like that. Now we're on the IndyCar side of things. I don't know about you, but I don't really have a lot of experience covering these types of races. So I think it's going to be interesting, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, yeah, it'll be real interesting, as I have quite a bit of experience just by watching the Indianapolis 500. Guys hold it wide open. They go around 220 throughout the corners, maybe even to 230 on the straightaways. Lots of passing opportunities, especially on the straightaway, but corners, you do not want to go double wide because the slightest bit of contact will put you in the wall and ruin your race and could ruin a bunch of other drivers' race. But was it 200 laps today?
Yeah.
So, and for an exciting one.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I'm always tuning into the Indy 500 each and every year as well. Of course, that Memorial Day weekend always makes it a lot of fun anyways. So this should be an interesting one, though. We got a lot of drivers who we've never even really talked about before because they're not in our series that we regularly cover. So I think that in itself will make for an interesting race, trying to get used to how all these drivers run and how they all have their own kind of, their own kind of style to it. So let's go ahead and meet our starting lineup. And I apologize ahead of time if I mess up any of your guys' names. That's just due to, like I said, a lot of these guys we've never even worked with before. But on the front row, we got Tanner Watkins in that number 7. And outside of him is Chris Miller in the number 1.
And then the second row is a familiar face that we have been covering, Justin Krasinski in the 4 car. And starting in the 4th position, Rodrigo Embrata da Silva from Brazil in the 17 car.
Yeah, and I wonder, can we still call these cars? Is that still allowed, or are we going to call them Indy cars?
Yeah.
All right, and then we got starting in row number 3. How about 5th on the inside, Andrew Rucker, and then starting 6th in the 47, Jefferson Padovani.
Starting in the 4th row, we have Dylan Prostler in the 9 car from Canada, and Michael Chin starting in the 8th position from.
And then starting 9th, a familiar face like we were talking about, Chad Frankenfield in the 15. And then starting 10th, one of the names we haven't talked about, Rashav Koslaw in the number 54.
Starting in the 6th row is Justin Kay in the 33 car, and Michael Schlegelmilch in the...
Schlegelmilch. In the 23. That's how I'm assuming you would say it. 13th, that's where you're going to find Jacob Brown in the 35 car. And then starting 14th, Marshall Stanley in the number 5.
Starting in the 15th position, actually, is Michael Overbay in the 3, and Vic Bloom in the 77.
17th, that's where you're going to find Logan Shea, and then 18th, Jack Shalowski in the number 57.
And starting 19th is Jacob Crosser in the 00, and 20th, Aldo Fala in the 18th.
21st, that's where you're going to find Brian Long in the 08. Rest of these guys did not make a time in qualifying. 22nd, Kyle Zimmer. And then 23rd, Brian Sullivan. So that is our potential 23-car field that we're going to have to deal with, of course, on pole Tanner Watkins in the number 7. So the pace car is about to pull in. Like you said, we don't really want to go double wide through the corners, but maybe if they have to, they could make it work. But like from what I've seen, it's probably not your best bet. But we got 200 laps of action. Pace car is going to go ahead and bring it down onto pit lane, and they're getting set to get the green flag. It is up in the air. Tanner Watkins with a nice little jump on the start here. He's out to a huge lead over second place, but that position's up for grabs. Chris Miller up top. Down low, Justin Krasinski in that 4 bright pink car. Down low, looks like he's going to take that spot. And right there in 4th, I think that's Rodrigo da Silva in the number 17, as these guys continue to file out and fan out a little bit down the back straightaway. Like you said, a lot of speed. We're already seeing the speeds upwards of 220 miles per hour going down into turn 3 as Krasinski trying to make the high line work, as they're already talking about 2 wide right now, Hunter. Looks like they're going to make it work through turn 3 and 4 on lap number 1 here. This position is for second place up for grabs. And it's Chris Miller who's fallen back to 4th. Tanner Watkins has jumped out to a huge lead. Matter of fact, that's Tanner Watkins right there on your screen. Right behind him is actually Justin Krasinski. Let's go ahead and ride on board with Justin Krasinski. Oh, looks like he makes a pretty dicey... Oh, he actually might have made a little bit of contact, it looked like there for a second.
Got a car on the wall there.
Tanner Watkins is going to be able to still hold on to that car. He's going to get moved to the outside lane, and here comes Justin Krasinski down low. Lap number 2, battle for the lead. Looks like it's going to go to Krasinski, but not for long, because Watkins is firing back on the outside lane there in that black car. Not going to be able to make it work, though, I don't think, through turn 1 and 2, but they are still 2 wide heading down into the second corner here.
They're also 2 wide back in the 3rd position, and it looks like that's Miller who took the spot away. And they're still side by side for the lead here on the back straight.
Wow, it's a lot quicker going down these long straightaways in the Indy cars than it is in the regular stock cars that we're used to doing, as they're still side by side for the lead now. Almost a full lap they've been making it without actually making any contact into each other. Like you were mentioning before, the battle for third was right behind them. It was Chris Miller and Dylan Prosler. Well, Prosler in that number 9 red and white machine is actually going to move into that position, and he's going to move into the top 3 now. So move the number 7 into second. That's Tanner Watkins. And the first place car in that bright pink machine is Justin Krasinski. Oh, maybe a little bit of contact back there for third. It looks like we actually had Prosler get into the wall, and it looks like he's going to go flipping down the back straightaway, matter of fact. And another car flipping as well. I'm not entirely sure on the number of that. I think it's the 47 of Jefferson Padavani. It is indeed. Shockingly, no caution flag was thrown for that. I don't know what the issue is there. As Dylan Prosler continues to go sliding, he's still not done wrecking. Up front, though, Krasinski actually looked like he might have lost the lead. Or, matter of fact, that's a lap car they're getting around there. So, or no, it wasn't. That was actually Watkins that he was getting around. So Watkins had taken the lead back, but now once again Krasinski moves into the top spot. Watkins down to second, and Chris Miller rides third.
Yeah, what you'll see these guys do is there's a battle for the lead. They'll, as we say, slither their way down the backstretch, down the straightaway, try to break up the draft. So, and they, whoa, what was that? I don't know what that was, but they'll slither down the straightaway, trying to break up the draft, and then they'll all follow in the line, trying to stay in the draft. As here's Krasinski going to make a move to the inside. No, he is not.
Wow, how about that power move? Chris Miller was able to go from third all the way up to the top spot. That number 1 machine down low in the black and white colors is going to be your new leader here on the exit of turn 2. Oh, it looks like a little bit of contact made for the wall. And Justin Krasinski, that was, who got into the wall on the exit there, the corner. He's going to lose a little bit of time. Battle up front, though. Tanner Watkins up top. And down low, Chris Miller. Looks like Miller's actually going to take that spot quite easily as Krasinski falls back to 4th. Up front, though, on the exit of turn number 4, it is Chris Miller.
Not for long. Here comes Watkins on the outside now, trying to make that line work.
And while this battle has been happening and they're still swapping positions, actually looks like Watkins on the outside might be able to make it work this time through turn 2. It's been getting tight off the corners. A lot of these guys getting close to the wall. Looks like they're going to be able to keep it off the wall. That time around, they're still battling side by side. But one of the things this has created that we talk about a lot is that Rodrigo De Silva back there in the 17 now, he's in 3rd place, moving up towards the front of the field, and he is catching this battle for the lead.
And these leaders are catching a lap car just in front of them. Can't tell who that is.
I don't want to look because I don't want to take my eyes off this battle for the lead. Again, it looks like Watkins is the car up top. Miller's down low. He's going to give away the position. Watkins is going to be your new leader.
Out. Time for 3.
Oh, it's tight off the corner.
Track. Wow. Looking at back, here comes Silva. Hitting so close to this battle for the lead. Also, Krasinski.
Well, got close to the wall on the exit of the corner there. Did Chris Miller up front, though. But things have kind of settled down for the moment. Again, we're only 9 laps in, and we've had a lot of action already taking place. A lot of passes for the lead being made. A little bit of contact. We saw drivers get into the inside wall.
Driver flip.
And yet, no cautions. I don't know what the deal is with that. But Miller is going to continue to show the way. 2nd place, Tanner Watkins. 3rd place is Rodrigo De Silva in the blue and orange machine. 4th is Justin Krasinski. And rounding out your top 5 is that number 54, Rashav Kozla. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But he is rounding out your top 5. And then 6th, Michael Chin, Marshall Stanley, Justin Kay. And, car on the wall here. It's actually the 23 of Michael Schlegelmich. Schlegelmich into the wall. And I was going to say he was rounding out your top 10. Looks like now it's going to be the 03 of Logan Shea who actually rounds out your top 10. But up front, no competition for Chris Miller the past couple of laps. He's been in the top spot quite easily as we see a little bit of weaving down the back straightaway, or excuse me, the front straightaway as they come and put lap number 10 on the board. We do got a lap car up just in front of the leaders here. Let me see if I can get a name on that. I think it's going to be the 35 of Jacob Brown. Yeah, that's actually the 35 of Jacob Brown right in front of the leader, still in the lead lap, but in jeopardy of actually losing that lap and going one down to the leaders. You're cutting out there. I don't know if it's your mic or your internet. Cutting out a little bit.
Get around, it just doesn't have the room to, and that.
So Chris Miller able to get around the lap traffic. Now Tanner Watkins riding in second place is going to have to try to do the same, as Jacob Brown kind of caught in the middle here. Luckily, though, for the leaders, that is, Jacob Brown's been being quite courteous, not really forcing the issues too much. I just see him move high there, let Tanner Watkins go by. That's your second place driver in that number 7 car. And still riding in third, you see Justin Krasinski, and then fourth right behind him is Rodrigo De Silva. That position had just swapped a couple laps ago when Krasinski was able to get by the 17. Up front, though, continuing to show the way, is Chris Miller in the number 1.
Really?
You're still cutting out there. I don't know if it's the mic or the internet. That's the issue. It's like some more lap traffic Chris Miller had to deal with right there. Possibly the number... Let's see here. It could have been the number 5 of Marshall Stanley. No, it's not him. Yeah, not really sure who that was that he was trying to get around there. But he was able to do so. Now you got Tanner Watkins riding in second. Let's go ahead and jump on board with him. Oh, look at the leader. It's Chris Miller having a little bit of issues through the corners there. He might have gotten to the outside wall. Actually, looks like he's coming down pit road. So that is a game changer right there as he locks up the tires trying to slow down. That's going to hand the lead over to Tanner Watkins in the number 7 now. So tough break for the number 1 there of Chris Miller. But he's coming in to make a pit stop now. You got Tanner Watkins, Justin Krasinski, and Rodrigo De Silva. That's your new top 3. You there, Hunter?
Yes, I am. Ooh, Silva almost got. Still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Ooh, De Silva real close to the wall right there.
Yeah, he's been real close to hitting the wall. But
So Tanner Watkins showing the way here. 22 laps in so far, with still 177 laps, 178 make that, laps to go in the Indianapolis 500. You're watching the Jake Bell Productions IndyCar Series. This is the first race we've been able to actually put up on this channel, so pretty happy to be live streaming it. Pretty happy to see a lot of you guys joining us. If you're watching right now, don't be afraid to let me know what you guys think so far in the chat down below. I like to interact with you guys a lot. It makes it a lot of fun, and I think it makes you guys have a little more fun as well. If you guys don't know me personally, I race on iRacing. I also race go-karts and street stocks in real life. I see CRT Network checking in. CRT Network actually been following along for a while now, and he won one of our recent giveaways we did. Was able to hook him up with a new merchandise drop that we were doing. Want to go ahead and put in the chat down below another kind of merchandise drop I'm doing, but this one's for my personal racing. I went ahead and sent one of the t-shirts we had been selling for my racing and street stocks and go-karts and all that. It's a pretty cool design. I had one of my buddies make it, and if you guys are interested in buying it, it's pretty cheap. I made it as cheap as I can make it for you guys, so be cool to support it. Check out the shirt, and let me know what you guys think. I also have the Patreon in the description down below. If you guys are a member of my Patreon, you guys get a bunch of cool benefits. I'm able to show you guys some behind-the-scenes work, shout you guys out in my videos and whatnot, so check out the Patreon as well if you can. And keeps me being able to do all these broadcasts and having a lot of fun doing them. 7 of Tanner Watkins was gifted the lead pretty much by the number 1 of Chris Miller. Miller actually had an issue and then brought his car onto pit road, and right now he's running in the 10th spot, a good distance behind the leader. Might even be going a lap down in a couple laps or so. But yeah, he was pretty dominant once he got out front. Not a lot of people were able to really catch him or try to make a pass, but then he had that issue, came down pit road, and since then it's been all Tanner Watkins in the number 7, who you see on your screen right now. He took over the top spot and has not looked back since. Matter of fact, he's actually grown his lead to about 2.5 seconds over Justin Krasinski. As I see, we got a little bit of a Justin Krasinski fan in the comment down below.
Yeah, Watkins' lead is now 2.4 seconds. He's been increasing the lead for quite some time now, and makes me start to wonder if clean air is key, which I don't think it is, or is the tire starting to catch up with Krasinski and
well, how about this? Rodrigo de Silva just got past that number 22 right there. You see on your screen, Michael Chin able to make a move around him and get by him to move him into the top 3. First time tonight we've seen Michael Chin running in that podium spot.
Maybe he got around Silva because of his very wide exit off.
Yeah, De Silva, like you mentioned, and De Silva has been getting a little wide off on the corners, a little close to the wall on a couple of occasions. Seems like he's settled down a little bit, though. Rodrigo de Silva, that is. Running in 4th, new 3rd place driver Michael Chin. 2nd place, Justin Krasinski. And then, of course, your leader, Tanner Watkins in the number 7.
Actually, Krasinski's been closing the gap down to 2.1 seconds.
Yeah, you can start to visibly see it now. It was a lot further, like you were mentioning there, and now he's kind of slowly but surely kind of inching him in, reeling him in.
As you can see, he's starting to close the gap down quite a bit. He sort of has a rhythm now around the track. Being cheered on right now by CR Network in the chat, cheering on for Krasinski, who is dominant in the Joint APS series and is currently impressing very well in the IndyCar race right now. As I believe Watkins might have fitted. Yes, he is.
Let me check that for you. Yes, Tanner Watkins, matter of fact, is coming down pit road. We just saw a big wiggle from Rodrigo de Silva, who had gotten around Michael Chin. Then Michael Chin was able to get by him with the big wiggle. And they're sliding all over the place, all over the track now. So it makes me wonder if these guys are all coming in to get some service done on their cars. We're going to watch Krasinski this time around, who just inherited the lead thanks to Tanner Watkins coming in, and see if he decides to stay out, or if he decides to come down pit road. And it looks like Justin Krasinski is in fact coming down pit road. So that leaves the question if Rodrigo de Silva will come in. He will not. Michael Chin, though, however, will come in from the 3rd place spot. So our new leader now is going to be Rodrigo de Silva in the 17. I don't think too many other drivers are staying out, so far at least. Krasinski's in, Michael Chin is in, Vic Bloom is in, and then next driver you would see would be Tanner Watkins. So yeah, I think Rodrigo de Silva, one of the only guys left who has not pitted yet, and he just took over the lead for the first time today, did this number 17. Driving from Brazil, too, so pretty cool to see a lot of our international drivers we got in this series. Of course, being ran by Elite Racing Leagues, same leagues that runs the JoinAPS.com Truck Series on Monday night. And De Silva's actually staying out another lap, so he is not coming down pit road just yet.
Once all the cycles through, I think the person who will benefit the most out of it is Chris Miller, who had to pit a few laps early, quite a few laps early, before all this took place.
Yeah, and I think that'll help put him back up there with the leaders, like you were saying. I think maybe that's why it wasn't as big of a deal to him that he did have to come down pit road all of a sudden, because he knew that eventually it would cycle back around. But then again, we're gonna have to see what that does for him. As you see now, he's moved up to second place, so he has already seen the benefits of that. And we're gonna see Rodrigo de Silva finally decides to bring it down pit road. And when all this is said and done, supposedly our new leader, now that de Silva is in the 17, will be the one of Chris Miller once again. He will be inherited the top spot for the second time tonight.
Kyle Zimmer with us in the chat. Good luck for the rest of the race, you guys. My night ended early.
So yeah, Zimmer was one of the drivers in this field, and I think he was involved in that first lap, kind of third or fourth lap chaos that was going on, where we saw some drivers flipping down the back straightaway. So tough break for Kyle Zimmer. It looks like he might wind up the night in the 19th position.
Tough way to go out.
So we're about 1/6 of the way done once they kind of reach the stripe here. So we're getting close to the end of it, really. I mean, I know we still got 167 or so laps to go, but we're getting down to it. Got a lot of viewers checking out the live stream, so I appreciate everyone stopping by. I don't know if you guys were here earlier when I brought it up, but I want to bring it up again. Even if you're just stopping by for literally 5 seconds, if you want to hit up the chat, just drop a hi, drop a what's up, whatever you guys want to do. And we will kind of shout you out, talk to you a little bit. We like to interact with you guys, and makes it a lot more fun for all of us. So definitely utilize that chat if you can. We got Kyle Zimmer. CRT says, watch Krasinski sweep. Of course, referring to Monday night where we saw Justin Krasinski pull the victory in the first playoff race of the JoinAPS.com series. And, of course, that was a very exciting race, as is most of the races on the JoinAPS.com series, which you can catch right here on this channel, so make sure you guys stay subscribed for that. And then Wednesday nights, we come here with the Jake Bell Productions IndyCar series, and Krasinski was having a pretty good day to begin with here, and now he's running in the 4th spot currently. So keeping an eye on him. We got Watkins Glen 1515 talking about the internet. I think that's actually Chad Frankenfield. Could be wrong here, but I think he's having some internet issues, which is why he could not complete the rest of this race. One of the drivers joining Kyle Zimmer in the out category for tonight.
Actually, I believe Frankenfield still has an issue with his wheel.
Yeah, that was Monday night. He was saying his wheel. I talked to him a little bit, and he said that he just had to get it all sorted out and that they were actually shipping him a new one. So I'm assuming that, they had got that done and they were able to do so. So I think it was a separate issue tonight from what he's trying to say, I think. Could be wrong, but wait to see what he says down below. As Chris Miller has got the lead, but one thing that I do want to talk about here, let's look at his last lap time, which is a 41.19. The driver behind him ran a 40.73. That's a pretty big difference in terms of lap times, about 5 tenths or so, which counts for half a second on the racetrack. And Tanner Watkins, I've been noticing this, is actually reeling in Chris Miller too. So the battle for the lead might be taking place here in just about a handful of laps between Chris Miller and Tanner Watkins, which is who it was between a lot earlier on in the race anyways.
Yeah, Miller's on quite a bit older tires than Watkins, who I believe is on maybe 4 or 5 laps compared to Miller's tires. That is making it good.
He's got a lot of lap traffic in front of him that he's going to have to deal with, though. Looked like just a little bit of a bobble from Chris Miller right there, and it's going to cost him. Oh, he's coming. Oh, man, I thought he was coming down pit road. Looked like he was just caught behind a driver who was coming down pit road. But what this is going to do is going to allow Tanner Watkins to close in onto that back bumper, because Chris Miller right there is that black and white car. And we got a battle for the lead going down into turn 1. Wow, that was close. A little bit of an invasive move made by Tanner Watkins there, but he was able to get around him nonetheless. New leader here at Indianapolis, and it's Tanner Watkins taking over the top spot once again from Chris Miller.
I'm down now. I mean,
you're cutting out again there, Hunter. It's like your mic's turning off on, off on.
All right, I'm gonna hit up the little room 2 hour right here in the booth, and be back in about 5 minutes.
All right. So as Hunter steps away, want to bring up the fact that we got our top 5 drivers are Tanner Watkins in the number 7. Running second is actually Chris Miller in the number 1. Third place is where you're going to find Marshall Stanley in the number 5. Haven't talked about him too much tonight. He's moved into the podium spot. Fourth place, Justin Krasinski. As I say that, Marshall Stanley's coming down pit road. And rounding out your top 5 was Justin Kay in that number 33. That blue machine you see on the left-hand side of your screen right there. As I think we got a lot of differing pit strategies so far, so a lot of these guys are on different schedules. As you see your leader back on your screen there, Tanner Watkins in the number 7. A little bit of a lap traffic now right in front of him. I believe that's actually the 17 of Rodrigo de Silva. Could be wrong here. Yeah, that is de Silva. You can see it right there. So it's de Silva going a lap down. And there's Andrew Rucker in the 20 that he's also having to get around. So, about 44 laps now on the board. Almost a quarter of the way done so far tonight. The Indy 500, the Jake Bell Productions IndyCar Series, live from Indianapolis. So far, we've had quite a bit of action going on. 43 laps down, 8 lead changes already, and your current leader, Tanner Watkins, in that number 7. A lot of action up front, though. Justin Krasinski was able to get up there and grab the lead. New driver in third place is the 33 of Justin Kay. You got Logan Shea right there in fourth, right behind him. And rounding out your top 5, Michael Chin in the 22. Kind of tight battle back here for third. All 3 of these drivers running third, fourth, fifth right next to each other. So kind of keep an eye on this little battle for right now.
Oh my goodness. Watkins is huge. Surprisingly, no caution.
And no caution so far. I'm not sure if he has the yellow flags turned on or off. I could be wrong there. As Justin Kay in that blue car, right in front of him is the 03 of Logan Shea trailing just behind. Potentially a pass could be made here in the next handful of laps or so. The position has been shifted around quite a bit. And we're getting word, saying caution flags are on for tonight too. So I guess that first incident was just not enough to warrant the yellow flag or not in the right spot. But caution flags are on, so that makes it even more impressive that, like you were saying, that there has been no caution flags. Kind of shocking, actually. But up front, for Justin Krasinski trying to reel in Tanner Watkins, not quite able to do so, as Watkins has built an astounding 7.5 second lead over Krasinski and the rest of the field. Been smooth sailing so far for him. Oh my goodness, not to change the subject or anything, but the Cleveland and Indiana game for the basketball playoffs, they're tied 95-95, and with 3 seconds left, Oladipo just drove to the rim, and LeBron got the chase down block from behind, and they called a timeout with 3 seconds left. So they're going to get a chance to win the game now. Oh my goodness. LeBron hit the walk-off three-pointer, dude. And it was nothing but net. Oh my goodness. What?
I missed it. Lebrion. I still don't see them beating in the end. Let me see this again.
Huh. What a legend. Is there time left? Nope.
Boy, that white dude started running. Oh man, he was going in. Oh man, look at that bald spots.
$54 laps down, 147 left. Long way to go, baby, long way. I don't know what happened to the 17 of Rodrigo de Silva, or why he's 1 lap down.
TSN's got Dave.
I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Hello, hello. Did I miss anything?
Don't believe so.
Oh, no. Here comes Watkins down to pit road. He's coming in. So Krasinski now is going to get handed over the lead. So Watkins on pit road. Krasinski goes by him. Chin is now going to move into second. And I think Michael Overbay might move into third. Here comes Krasinski. So now Justin Krasinski's coming on the pit road 1 lap after Tanner Watkins. Probably be important to remember that. Gonna hand the lead over to Michael Chin in the 22 for the first time tonight.
On the spot of me, Chinny Chin Chin, Michael Chin to the front. Ooh, 4-4 hockey right there in the NBC. It's in, eh? It's did it.
Michael Chin coming to pit road. I think that's going to be it. Yeah, Michael Chin coming in is our last driver pretty much on these lead lap cars. Coming down to get service done.
Whoa, how many cars are on the lead lap?
I don't know. I'm going to check that once we get it all sorted out. So Tanner Watkins going to take over the lead again.
Ooh, that's quite an interesting move there. Getting drafts from the cars coming up the road.
So I think I've gave him enough time. So now let's check who's on the lead lap. You got Tanner Watkins, your leader. Second place, Justin Krasinski. Third place, supposedly, is Chris Miller. But he's on pit road. Oh, we got a caution? Question mark? Or no? No. Never mind. So I guess I still haven't gave him enough time. I want to let them sort it out first. Alright. Tanner Wilson, first place. Second place is Justin Krasinski in the 4. Third place, Justin K in the 33. Fourth place now is going to be shown as Logan Shea in the 03. Fifth is Michael Chin. Sixth place is Vic Bloom. And seventh place, question mark, is Michael Schlegelmilch. And he's on the lead lap. So I think we only got 7 cars on the lead lap. Now, Chris Miller in 8th is also on the lead lap. Actually, I think he just went around the leader. So 8 cars on the lead lap now. Michael Overday Knight is the first car 1 lap down.
Boston's taking a 5-4 lead.
So Tanner Wilson's battling pretty hard with Chris Miller. And Miller's a lap down. I mean, they've been kind of swapping this position back and forth on the racetrack for a while now. Chris Miller pretty close to the outside wall there.
Man, oh man. Not the LeBron game winner. Someone said Jordan would have missed that on purpose. LeBron clearly scared of overtime.
Jacob Crosser just made an interesting comment. Said, note to self, make sure to keep the cats away from your feet before making a pit stop. I don't even want to know entirely what happened there, but that sounds pretty funny. Is he still in this race? Probably not. No, I mean, he's down there. He's 14th place he's being shown.
Probably why. Cat's pretty.
Must have let the cats out the bag.
Ooh, let the cats out. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, there goes the motorcycle. Oh, and the Phillies did win. Sweet.
I'll tell you what Tanner Watkins is doing right now is quite impressive. He has been consistent each and every lap. Really expanding that lead. Over a 21-second lead on Justin Krasinski.
Man, if only I could see it. Ooh. So yeah, somehow I've cannot watch on screen right now. Don't know why. We'll have.
Sorry, what was that?
So what lap are they on?
We are on 85.
Oof. Almost there.
Getting there.
Eventually.
Hunter, you got somebody asking about you. His name's Gingerbread.
Oh, I'm going to go look at the chat. It load. Salutations, Gingerbread. No problemo, il Gingerbreado.
And it looks like we got pit stops again.
Oof.
Tanner Watkins bringing it down. Justin Krasinski's like a whole half a track behind him, so he has time to think before he comes down pit road. Could come down this lap, could come down next lap. And now Justin Krasinski's coming down pit road. Justin K's probably going to come down too.
off the game, even though there's 7 minutes left. Still caution free in this race.
Halfway home, just about. 93 up, 108 to go.
Taking longer than I thought it would.
right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Back here at Indianapolis, where we are actually under the caution flag for the first time tonight, after 134 laps down.
I wonder what the caution's for.
I didn't get a chance to catch it, but I did see the yellow flag go out and kind of threw me out of my seat there. A lot of racing still left. About 67 laps to go. Can guarantee you probably all these drivers are coming down onto pit road. Watkins is shown as your leader. Second place, Justin Krasinski. Third place, Justin K. Michael Chin, round out your guys on the lead lap. Logan Shea, Michael Overbay, Vic Bloom, round out the drivers one lap down. And here they come down on the pit road. Tanner Watkins is in, and looks like he's got some company.
Be interesting to see what kind of strategies we see. Just had to reload my clip in case anyone pulls up on me.
So we're going to get set to restart in a couple laps or so. Looks like they're getting the one to go signal, so Logan Shea's going to go on by. Vic Bloom, a bunch of these guys are going to get put back onto the lead lap thanks to this caution. But when we get set to restart here, it's going to be Justin Krasinski, P1, Tanner Watkins is going to restart in second place. Third place, Justin Kay. Fourth place, Michael Chin. Logan Shea is going to restart in fifth. Sixth is going to be Vic Bloom. Seventh, Michael Overbay. Eighth, Jacob Brown, who I believe is a couple of laps down. So that's going to be kind of how they get back to going here. And pace car is in. Justin Krasinski snakes down the front straightaway and gets the green flag. Krasinski jumps away. Watkins still got a couple of cars in between him and the leader. Justin Kay, Michael Chin, and Logan Shea seem to be alright so far as well.
Was this not about lead for long? As we have about third.
It's actually Tanner Watkins getting around some of these lap traffic. Or lap down race cars, I should say. And it looks like he's going to go low on another one of these guys. Close call there, getting down into turn 1. Close call there on the exit of turn 2, it looks like as well. But Tanner Watkins is in the clear of those couple of cars that were in between him and the leader. And now it's going to be between Justin Krasinski and Tanner Watkins for the top spot heading down into turn number 3.
Yeah, top Rio right there. Really interesting to see when Watkins will make his move, as actually he's getting passed for second right now.
And Justin Kay in the 33, actually going all the way from third to the lead. Justin Kay in the 33 takes the top spot.
Don't think seeing him up front during this event in the lead.
Yeah, he has not led today. Besides, for right now, first time tonight, we've seen Justin Kay take over the top spot.
Looks like Watkins is going to move past Krasinski for the second spot. Actually, no. That was for the second position.
Yeah, Watkins moves into second. Justin Kay is actually going to lose third to Michael Chin now, who moves inside of that top 3 spot.
Just about to say just under 60 laps to go, and I thought Krasinski would rebound to that. So Logan Shea pulling into his pit stall. But yeah, Krasinski's falling back quite a bit. Still have to board in the third spot. I guess he's stuck behind those 2 laps. Right now, top 2, Justin Kay and Tanner Watkins?
Yeah, Tanner Watkins.
Oh, okay, Tanner Watkins. Yeah. 2-car lane. Okay. Our leaderboard is updated. Michael Chin moved into the 3rd spot. Krasinski back in 4th. And Vic Bloom rounding out the top 5. Right now, Chin is inching oh so close to this soon-to-be battle for the lead. Right now, just K holding on and looking to pull away with things. As actually, is a lap car?
And Vic Bloom is actually a lap behind the leaders. It's Justin Krasinski's actually coming down on the pit road.
Yeah, Vic Bloom is a lap down, and this is certainly hurting Michael Chin. He's lost. Leads opening up just a little bit for just K in the 33 car. As soon as I say that, as they go down the backstretch, gap closing at 2-car length. What? They maneuvered their way into turn 1. Michael Chin had a really interesting line heading into the first corner, which I am very skeptical of whether that is working or not. Don't know if he'll even do it as well. Boy, oh boy, Vic Bloom really wants to get by Michael Chin. Bloom now to the bottom. Once again, this is not for position. Bloom is actually a lap down. And this is hurting Chin so much as he's trying to catch the leaders. And Bloom now goes by them. Now you can see on the leaderboard just the amount of time that Chin is losing and is straightaways with not taking. See the from Kate Watt is slowly increasing. Yeah, Chin and the top two. Big Blue
All right, man.
in
Caution
front.
is out.
Chin.
Caution is out.
Yep. Oh, and that's Big Blue.
Yeah, it was Vic Bloom indeed in the 77 who was running 5th at the time. And going through turn 1, not really anybody near him, so I'm not entirely sure what it was. Right here on, I think right here on exit, got into the outside wall, and the car did not like that at all. Pretty big impact right there again on the second time around. And then it looks like the car just got a little bit airborne, make that a lot of bit airborne, does a lot of flips, and believe that's going to put an end to Vic Bloom's night. So tough break for him as he is involved and the reason for our second caution of the day, which is out now on lap, well, it looks like 151. We're now inside of 50 to go.
Yeah, 49 laps to go here in the Indianapolis 500. Justin Kay is your leader, followed by Tanner Watkins, Michael Chin, Justin Krasinski, and who we move into the 5th spot?
It's going to actually be Michael Overbay and then number 3.
Yeah, so the 3 of Michael Overbay will take over the 5th spot for now, as one person who really wanted to see that yellow was Chin, as he actually lost so much ground because of it, too, as I believe this is putting a little bit of a smile on the face of the 22. Interesting to see if the 4 Krasinski will come down the pit since he pitted during the green stretch for this yellow. The leader stays out. And Krasinski comes back in. That's it's quite shocking, but I mean, if you have a car that you think is capable of holding off all these other guys with fresher tires, then I mean, you can go for it. And that is what K is going for. And the about who comes off pit road 2nd and 3rd and 4th. It looks like Watkins laying on the 2nd, Chin hanging on the 3rd, and it looks like these guys just topped off on fuel. Then again, I could be wrong. Right now, just in case, your leader with 48 laps to go, under our 2nd caution of the night. Let's take a look at your race summary over here on the left, bottom left corner of the screen. Just in case, your current leader, we have completed 152 of the 200 scheduled laps. And we've had 16 total lead changes and 2 cautions for 5 laps. Justin Kay has led 14 laps. He took the lead 14 laps ago, was not in the lead all night until later in the race, and just been up front since. Tanner Watkins, Polson for the nice race. He's currently in 2nd. He's led over 100 laps, 108 to be exact. Not a fast car all night. Can he come back? 33 and take this win away, or will it be Michael Chin, who's led 2 laps after starting in the 8th position, currently running in 3rd right now, and he's got a strong car. Don't know if it's capable of passing Justin Kay, because first he has to get by Watkins, and that is also extremely difficult. Just like this man right here, Justin Krasinski, currently 4th, has led 10 laps after starting 3rd. He's been kind of had an up and down race, running up front, had an issue, pitted, rebounded all the way up to 4th. Michael Overbay, haven't heard much about him, started 15th, moved up to 5th. Very impressive for him as he's actually a lap down and has not led a lap tonight, and don't know if he will. Next guy up is Jacob Brown, also Hasn't led a lap tonight. Started 13th, moved up to 6th, up 7 spots since the drop of the green flag. He's actually 2 laps down now. And looking to hang on for a top 10 finish.
Yeah, and as we get set to restart here, you got Justin K, Tanner Watkins, and Michael Chin, your top 3. Justin Krasinski in 4th, rounding out kind of our top 4 bunch of guys. And 47 laps left of green flag action until we put the checker flag out and get this thing all said and done.
Yeah, and as we look into our chat here, Vic Bloom has just commented saying, "Well, I smacked the wall and lost all steering. Just my luck."
So, tough break for Vic Bloom. Like Chad Frankenfield's saying there, kind of want to echo that. And nonetheless, it's going to bring the end of the race for him after he was running inside the top 5 there. And very, very long race here tonight. We're over the 2-hour mark now as we're getting down to the end of it. 47 laps to go. And looks like pace car is getting ready to come in. And Justin K is going to be taking off.
Green flag, green flag.
Out.
Very smart decision by Michael Overbay, letting the leaders with fresher tires go. Very, very smart move on them, play it out, and trying to make it in the way.
Right now, Justin K
Usually, got 8 car lengths lead.
coming on.
Started to quite a bit as we might see K serpentine down the front stretch. No, he stays in the single file.
Watkins now
All over the bumper of K. Is this where he makes his move?
Yeah, Watkins was really able to close up on Justin K. A lot of that due to the draft, but also got to remember that Justin K stayed out on the older tires. Is now Watkins looking to the inside, going into turn number 3. Potential new leader here in the Indianapolis 500. Indeed, it will be Tanner Watkins going back to the top spot. Might even bring Michael Chin along by Justin K as well. On the exit of turn 4 here, Chin's going to pull up to the back bumper. He's going to look low. He's got Krasinski behind him. And Justin K right now tracking in the wrong direction. He was leading 1 lap ago at this time. And right now he's finding himself fighting for 3rd. He's going to fall all the way back to 4th, it looks like, because the 4 of Justin Krasinski, there he goes. He goes on by. Chin moves into 2nd. Up front, though, Tanner Watkins is showing the way with 44 laps to go.
clearly playing an option here as questionable call there by the 33 of K as he's now paying the price for it. Watkins on the lead right now with Chin in hot pursuit. Again, though, Watkins is going to hit the ball off of 1 to the higher approach than Chin did, who's actually now got Krasinski all over the bumper. Top 3 are all right here. Didn't look inching closer towards Watkins. Got a strong enough run. He could actually poking his nose down to the bottom. Doesn't have the run. Quite the run to get side by side with him as he
had a kind of a wobbly entry in the turn one. Once again, Krasinski all over the bumper of Chin here.
Yeah, Krasinski keeps inching closer to Michael Chin, and then Michael Chin will pull away a little bit, get up near Tanner Watkins, and then it's just kind of been a back and forth seesaw battle for the 22, stuck in the middle right there in second spot.
It looked like he's trying to get clean air first corner. I find something as to why he dives down the straight. You're right there. Gets a little bit of clean air and then gets into the corner. Don't really know.
.35 laps left here in the Indy 500. You're watching the Jake Bell Productions IndyCar series. First race we've been able to broadcast live to this channel, and it has been quite the exciting one. A lot of lead changes, a lot of action going on. And for the moment, Tanner Watkins is sitting pretty in first place, but he's still got 35 laps left and a bunch of drivers he wants to hold off if he's going to get this victory. Michael Chin sitting 2.5 tenths back. Then you got Justin Krasinski also within a second of Tanner Watkins. So a lot of racing left to go, a lot of action left to go as well.
I don't really know if Chin has what it takes to take over the first position from Watkins. He's taking it just in case. He's been put on a clinic right now. And looking back at that last caution, bet just in case, wishing that he would have been. I thought he was going to fit. Watkins' lead is now about 6 car lengths back. Ooh. Chin encountering some lap traffic. Really good for him. It actually goes way high. I thought he was going to get in the wall. I don't know what moment that is, but it looked like they were going to act there and bring out another yellow. However, that is the case. So 30 laps to go in the Indianapolis 500. Tim Watkins with a 2-second lead over Michael Chin, holding the second spot, followed by Justin Brzezinski holding off the podium spot in third. Justin K is in fourth, and fifth is Michael. Don't know his last name, but it's on the screen. Overbay. Michael Overbay holds the fifth spot. Tanner Watkins just leaving these guys in the dust. Tanner Watkins has had the dominant car all night, increasing his lead now to over 3 seconds, and it is continuing to grow. All these guys behind Watkins looking for that caution, especially Justin K, looking to get a lap back. And did indeed one of the drivers who did come off pit road. It looks like he will be able to get by around Watkins eventually, but right now he is currently stuck behind the 7 car. Watkins continuing to flex his muscle on this 2.5-mile track. Take a look at your track information here. Currently, not currently, it's held in Indianapolis in the United States. Track length is 2.510 miles. Track temp is 103.66 degrees Fahrenheit. Altitude at 730.32 feet. And 4 turns here. 4 actual turns. And the track weather, 78.01 degrees. Partly cloudy with the track temp once again, 103.66 Fahrenheit with 55% humidity. Huge for that. Boy, oh boy, Kay, even with the fresher tires, still struggling to find his way around the leader of Watkins, as I believe Chin has gone down pit road as he has lost the second spot to Krasinski. And there he is. Interesting call. Don't know if they have to make another stop or not. This could be big. Actually, that is the leader of Watkins coming down pit road, so this is big. Krasinski will stay out and lead another lap. This is the money stop right here. Your Watkins and Chin looking to gain big on this pit stop, and I don't think he will. Watkins pulls into this pit stop looking like it's a 4-tire change. There's Krasinski. Where is Chin? Chin's on the front stretch now. He might have the lead, judging by our ticker here. Let's take a look at where he. Oh, okay. Never mind. He will retain the lead. Now the question is, how long can Krasinski go on fuel? Yeah, between Watkins and Chin, 6.2 seconds. This lead has actually increased from this pit stop. .6 seconds is the gap between Krasinski and Watkins. Don't know if Watkins could make it on fuel. It will be interesting to see how long he does go. Series 33 of Justin K. Currently in 4th, and right now is on the lead lap, and could be in the battle for what might be here. But right now, it's currently 3rd. There's Krasinski. Just leading his 14th lap of the night. I certainly believe that with the lead he's got and the amount of laps remaining, he could very well make it to the end on fuel. However, I don't know how long the fuel run is here for IndyCars. All right, and my question's been answered from Vic Bloom. 30 laps fuel run here in IndyCar, so it looks like Krasinski will have to come down and pit. eventually.
And 19 laps to go, and the question is, when will Justin Krasinski bring his car down pit road? We know 30 laps or so is our fuel window, and it has been longer than 30 laps since they got the green flag. I think, matter of fact, we got the green flag with 46 or 7 laps to go. So Krasinski is probably getting close to running out of fuel, and we'll definitely need to bring that car down pit road within the next handful of laps or so. But then, how far behind will he be from Tanner Watkins? Will he be able to catch him with the fresh tires? How long will he take on pit road? A lot of questions that still need to be answered for Justin Krasinski as well as Tanner Watkins before we can find out who our winner will be at the end of this 500-mile race with only 17 laps left once he hits the stripe.
You see a lap car just coming off pit road. There he goes.
So Krasinski's heading down pit road now. And second place, Tanner Watkins is entering turn 3 at the moment. So really it's going to come down to how long will Krasinski take on pit road and what will that difference be between him and Tanner Watkins. But fortunately for Krasinski, I don't know if it'll work. Out of turn 4 now comes Tanner Watkins, and Krasinski is just now stopping in his pit box. So looks like the strategy might not pan out for Watkins. Or sorry, for Krasinski as Watkins goes by him now. Krasinski's on the exit of pit road here. Might move into the top 3 or so though, as Michael Chin just now went by him. And there is Justin K, who's going to be our 4th place runner. But our new man in first place, once again here tonight, is going to end up being Tanner Watkins in the number 7. With 15 laps to go.
For those of you who are still watching the race, I'd like to interact with you guys a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and throw up a question here. Who do you guys see winning the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series event this weekend at Talladega? That's a wild card race where virtually anyone can win. Worst driver or worst car in the field, the worst equipment, those guys have a shot at winning. It'll be real interesting to see who comes out victorious. As the last time they were there in the spring, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. got his first career win at the racetrack. Could we see another first winner, not only in 2018 but in their NASCAR Cup career? However, in my opinion, I believe that my man Kyle Larson will go ahead and take his first Super Speedway win. Jake, what are your thoughts on the Cup race this week?
I don't know if you can really predict it, but what I hope for is like the oddball winners. I always like when that happens because I like when we get someone interested in the playoffs. So I'm gonna hope for that, but logically, I mean, I feel like it's gonna be a Ford kind of weekend, and I feel like Ford will do well. So I'd probably have like Brad Keselowski on top of my list. Honestly, Stenhouse, because I mean, even though those two races are wild cards that he won last year, both those races though he had like a fast car throughout the weekend. Matter of fact, I think he had the pole at Talladega. So if he comes there with another fast race car, I could actually see Stenhouse contending for the win again. But I think I would say Keselowski, maybe even Kurt Busch, depending on how he does. Boyer had a long time ago. Boyer used to be really good at Talladega, and I mean he's in the 14 now. Almirola almost won Daytona. I mean, my bet is going to be with the Fords.
Yes, the question also surrounds the what if scenario. If Trevor Bayne were to win at Talladega, one of the questions was asked at the press conference today is would they consider placing a third car in for Matt Kenseth?
I think if Bayne wins, that they're gonna have to. They're probably gonna have to, because it'd be silly to give away a playoff spot just to try and bring in Kenseth to help fix the team. Which I understand why they're bringing in Kenseth, and I agree with it. But I think it'd be silly to give away a playoff spot. Maybe Bayne could switch over and drive for some underfunded team for those races. He's not with Roush or something. I'm sure they could figure it out, just so he gets the starts in.
Oh, if Trevor Bayne wins. Staying with the Talladega predictions, go ahead and drop down to the Xfinity Series, where last weekend Christopher Bell and Noah Gragson, pure JGR domination. Noah Gragson was his first Xfinity Series race, coming home with a runner-up finish at Richmond. Who do you see winning that race?
Sorry, one more time. What was the question?
Who do you see winning the Xfinity Series race at Talladega?
I mean that one's even more wide open because, I'm gonna say Elliott Sadler. I'm just gonna be flat out and pick one.
Sadler, winner. I see. Oh boy, this is a tough one because John Hunter Nemechek's also racing. So is Noah Gragson. Again, since this is a dash for cash race, no Cup drivers are allowed to participate in this race. So, I'd say Matt Tifft. Matt Tifft is kind of the underdog pick for me, even though he's been running really good this year. He's just my underdog pick from Super Speedway. Not sure if you follow the ARCA series too much, but my pick to win that one is Natty D. Natalie Decker, 25.
I don't think she'll win it. I think she's not the favorite in my opinion to win that. I would say for ARCA, I don't really follow too many, but whoever's in the 77 or the 20, not the 25, the 77, I'm picking them. I can't remember who it is this year because I know they got a new driver. Used to be Dalton Sargent.
Yeah, I gotta find that.
Out of the Mason Mitchell group, they seem to do well too.
Yeah, they've been pretty decent this year. Dalton Sargent has moved up to the Xfinity Series, too far. The Truck Series.
We got 5 laps to go here.
5 laps to go as Watkins comes off the 4th corner. And if we get a caution now, the race will end under caution. We'll come back green. That will be the end of the Indy 500 if Watkins just put on a show, pure domination. Led over 140 laps today. Pure domination. Been still holding on to second for the moment as Krasinski's just half a second back for seconds. He's running in the third slot. He was half second back. The gap between him and Chin now is 8 seconds. As the gap between Chin and Watkins increased to 12.2 seconds. So we have less than 2 laps remaining here in the Indianapolis 500. 2 hours, 35 minutes in lap time here. Watkins coming up the fourth quarter. We will get the white flag. One more lap here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Watkins just, once again, pure dominance tonight.
Yeah, it has been quite the showing for Tanner Watkins in the number 7 and the debut of the Jake Bell Productions IndyCar Series. How about the Indianapolis 500 to kick us off here on this channel? And it has been a dominant performance for Tanner Watkins, but we also had a lot of battles for the lead mixed in there, and if he can make it through turn 4 safe and sound, which he does coming onto the front straightaway, Tanner Watkins dominates and wins the Indy 500 here in the Jake Bell Production IndyCar Series. Congratulations to the number 7 team. Second place looks like it's going to go to Michael Chin in that 22. Third place, wrapping up, Justin Krasinski. And that is your podium for the first race here on this channel for this Jake Bell Production IndyCar Series. Kyle Zimmer, any cautions tonight? Yeah, we had a couple. We had one on, I think our first caution was lap 134, and then we had another one around lap 150, so 2 cautions. But how about the race for Tanner Watkins leading 144 laps of our scheduled 200 laps?
I think sorry to cut you off there. I think Krasinski finished ahead of Chin.
Oh yeah, it's showing that he did. I think yeah, Chin hit the wall or something, and something happened to that 22 car, so it cost him a spot. But how about 19 lead changes? That's quite a bit of jostling for the top spot. But nonetheless, Tanner Watkins is going to take home the victory. Taking a look at our final results here as he's doing a victory lap. Tanner Watkins, of course, finishing first. Justin Krasinski, Michael Chin, Justin K, and Michael Overbay round out your top 5. Dylan Prosler in 6th. Jefferson Padovani in 7th. 8th was Jacob Brown. 9th, Vic Bloom. And 10th, Logan Shea. Finishing 11th, Michael Schlegel-Mitch. 12th was Jack Schlowowski. 13th, Chris Miller. 14th, Jacob Crosser. 15th, was Rodrigo de Silva, finishing 16th. Marshall Stanley, 17th. Andrew Rucker, 18th. Rishav Khosla, 19th was Kyle Zimmer, and then 20th, Brian Long, running out your field. Aldo Follow, 21st. 22nd, Chad Frankenfield, and 23rd, Brian Sullivan. Thank you guys for joining me here on this live stream. Big shout out to Hunter Sleppy as well for helping me out here. 2 hours and 38 minutes, Hunter, and I think we are wrapping it up.
Yeah, we are. Well, it's day in the iRacing race. However, it is nighttime here, and I can't wait to get some rest.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat as you. And I think it's definitely time to hit the hay, as we say. But thank you guys for joining us once again. For Hunter Sleppy and myself, I hope you guys enjoyed this broadcast. Definitely the longest broadcast I've ever done, but I look forward to seeing you guys Monday night, maybe dropping in on a couple special videos before then. But until then, I'll see you guys later, and thank you for joining us.